Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Getting My Life Together at 50. So today I decided I want to do a heart-to-heart with y'all today. Now normally, I'm all excited and I try to stay upbeat on my channel because I don't want anything to sound depressing or alarming or anything, but I always tell you that I'm definitely here to be transparent with you. So that's what I intend on doing. So I was just sitting here and I just thought to myself about my journey in trying to purchase my forever home, my dream home, built from the ground up. So in doing this, I actually in 2019, and I think all of this happened in I attempted to purchase my first dream home, my forever home, building it from the ground up. I picked out everything. I mean, from the floors. Well, let's start with, first of all, from the lot. From the lot to the floors, to the appliances, to the size, to the model, everything that has to do with purchasing a brand new home and building it from the ground up. I went in with an open mind. I'm going to get this home. I'm going to get this home. I'm going to get this home. The first time I did this, when I decided that I want to buy a home. The one thing about purchasing a home and building it from the ground up, it's so much more to it than what a lot of people tell you. I would give you the advice to not go through sharing as far as the step-by-step process or any of that. It's okay to film it. It's okay to document it for your own personal use. But I would just tell you, don't air any of that information on social media. Be careful who you share it with, just all the way around. Now, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or how to do it, because when you're building a home, it's a dream come true. And you're excited, you're over the moon, you want everyone to know, oh my gosh, I picked this out, I did this, I did that. You want everyone to know that. But from my experience, if anything falls apart at the end and you do not get that home, you are going to be crushed. It has nothing to do with what people are going to say behind your back. It has nothing to do with any of that. My whole goal and my whole purpose for being on YouTube is to be open, to actually be transparent, to be real, and to be honest. And in doing that, this is the reason why I'm sharing this with you today. So when I'm saying that, is that no, I'm not hating on anyone. I'm not trying to tell anybody not to share. I'm also not telling you to not go in with an open mind and think positive thoughts. I'm not telling you any of that. I'm just simply saying that you can go in and you can share all this information, and at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be hurt. Yeah, people are going to talk behind your back. They're going to have something to say. Oh, she said she was buying a house. Oh, she said this, she said that. And what happened with it? Like, we don't hear anything about it. She never came back and said anything. So the point I'm trying to make is the person that you're going to hurt more than anybody by sharing your experience and sharing everything beforehand. That's all I'm saying, is that you're the one that's going to hurt at the end of the day. So to spare you any hurt, to spare you any pain, I decided I would come to you and just tell you about my personal experience. So I was starting to tell you that yes, I went for my first dream home. My lease was about to be up in my apartment. So because my lease was about to be up in my apartment, at first I started thinking about, oh, I want to rent a townhouse. Oh, I want to rent a house. And then I went from that to, you know what? I want to build a house. Was I financially prepared? No. Was I mentally prepared? No. Had I really thought it out? Had I really made a plan? Had I really did all the homework that you need to do when you're purchasing a home? No. So all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I ended up with a broken heart about this. Now, am I over it? Yes, I'm over it now because I'm able to talk to you about it. But I don't want you to experience the same experience that I experienced. So yes, like I was saying at the beginning, I picked out everything from this home. I put in my notice to my leasing office, letting my leasing office know that I will be moving. I'm not renewing my lease or any of that. Well, got to the end, and due to financial reasons, due to a lot of things that I just did not prepare myself for, that house belongs to someone else. So everything I picked out for this dream home of mine, everything that I chose, I mean, from everything, it doesn't belong to me because I wasn't able to close on that house. So if you're going through anything like this, yes, document your experience. Be happy in the moment, but sit down, get your thoughts together, get your finances right, go over everything with a fine-tooth comb, everything, before you even make the decision to purchase. Another thing that I learned was sometimes what you feel is best for you is not in his plan. So that's why today I'm over this. But I want to save you the agony, the pain, the embarrassment, or whatever of going through all of these steps, and you actually proactively share it with the world to see, or with anybody to see. And then you end up at the end, and that house is sold to someone else. Now that was the first house. I haven't gotten to the second one yet. I pretty much thought I was over it and thought, okay, so because I had already given my leasing office the notice that I would be moving, my lease was up. I had to move. So I had to quickly find a house because I decided I didn't want apartment living anymore. I had to quickly find a home to rent. This is where I'm living now, in a home that I rent. I am not a homeowner yet. I will become a homeowner, but I will become a homeowner when I clean up all my mess first. And when I tell y'all I have some mess to clean up, I have some mess to clean up. You're never too old to purchase a home. If that's your dream and if that's something that you desire to do, do it. I did learn that I can build a home from the ground up, and that is what I'm going to do. But I can't do it until I'm ready, mentally, financially, spiritually, so many ways. It's just so many things that I have to clean up before I even make that decision again. But did I do that before I decided to go down this road again? I did not. I don't think I even told you the first experience when that happened. That was in 2018 when that happened. 2019, I decided I'm going to go down this road again. But this time I shared it with no one. Like if I have some very, and I know if some of my closest friends, like people that I confide in, people that I tell things to, they knew about the first one, but I never shared anything about the second one. So yes, in 2019, I just went down that road again. Yet again, I was disappointed. I still did not get my dream home. But is that really my dream home? Because now I've realized that my mind was made up. I'm very stubborn. My sister can tell you that. And when I make up my mind about something, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't have to be prepared. I'm going to do it. When the time comes, I'll be ready. I was not ready. And I'm still not ready. So therefore, I just wanted to come to you and reach out to you and just do a heart-to-heart and just let you know some information to spare you heartache and pain down the road. Yes, you can build you a brand new home. You can pick out everything in that home. You can pick out the lot. You can do all of that. But when it comes down to closing, even before closing, make sure you're ready. Make sure you have your ducks in a row. Make sure you're financially able. Make sure you're able to have a savings account, which is a cushion in case anything goes wrong. Once you do, sign that paper on closing date. Also, I just wanted to share because I watch a lot of people that are homeowners and I watch them and I am so extremely proud of them. They motivate me to let me know that I can do this. However, I cannot do it unless I clean up my mess. So, in saying that, this is a new year. It is 2020. And I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to purchase a new home this year, next year, and within the next 5 years. I don't know. What I am going to tell you is that I am going to slowly work on me. I am going to get myself together because I am at a point in my life where if I don't change and I expect to get different results and I'm still doing the same thing, I'm not fooling nobody but myself. So let's work on this journey together, y'all. Please don't make the same mistakes that I've made. I just want you to be ready. Home ownership is something that you can do. If that's something you want to accomplish, you can do it. I promise you, you can do it. We can do it together. But just be ready. Be ready in so many ways. Have that cushion. Have that savings account where if anything happens, you can at least pay your mortgage 3 to 4 months. I think it's like 6 months. I'm not sure. But if you can do that, do it. Save money. Stop spending money as if it's always going to be there. Be frugal. And even be stingy. Whatever you want to call it. It is okay. Because you have to make yourself happy. You know what you can afford. Nobody else knows what you can afford. If someone comes to you, a family member, a friend, whoever, and they need to borrow money, if you can't give them that money without any expectations of getting that money back, don't give it to them. Don't lose friendships over money. Don't you lose family over money. They'll thank you later. Just let them know, I just don't have it. Unless you have enough money saved up where if you never get that money back, you're okay with it. So, I'm not going to keep you any much longer. I think I've talked as long as you want to listen right now. So, in saying that, this journey that I'm on, getting my life together at 50, y'all, I'm 51 now. Eventually, I'll get it together. But I'm going to take you right along with me while I work on the process. Because we can do it, and we can do it together. But we can't do it if we close our eyes to everything that's in front of us. You have to be an open-minded person. You have to open your eyes wide open. You have to read between the lines, and you have to know what you can do. Nobody else. What you can do. Don't depend on anyone else. Depend on you. So, I know I already said I was leaving. I was going to let you go. But I am really going to let you go now. So if you clicked on this video, I hope that I gave you some motivation. I hope that I was honest enough to make sure you don't make the same mistakes that I've made. And I hope that if I don't touch but one person, you realize that this is all coming from a caring heart. This is very, very real. And everything that I'm going to do on my channel is very real. I'm just going to keep it open with you. I'm working on my decluttering now. I'm sure you've probably seen those videos, so you'll get more of those because I have to declutter. That's the beginning of getting my life together. Decluttering. Because I have so much stuff. I don't even know what I have. I have so much stuff. That's pretty ridiculous. And I'm not taking that in a new home. But anyway, let's move right along. So, if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you'll know each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for taking some time to listen to me. And I don't mind any comments. Leave me some comments, y'all. If y'all have more questions, I'm here to answer them. Also, don't forget to like, share, and once again, comment. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.